mean, it'd be different if I was like quickscoping or something, because like hardscoping it with a baby monitor. So it's just kind of pissing me off.
Half time.
Oh, am I hardscoping with the baby monitor? Oh, dum. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's King, and this is a real commentary. Do not adjust your set. So I'm going to start with a few apologies. One, I appear to be hiding in the corner like a beach. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. This gameplay was recorded quite some time ago. I think I'd spat my dummy, thrown my toys out the pram, etc, etc. I'd been to grab a beer, and the guys had sort of left without me. So I missed the start of the recording, and to make up for that, I decided to play like this for some reason. Not quite sure what that's all about. So the second apology is I promised you some Dust 514 gameplay. I do this live. I'm telling you, I do this live. I promised you some Dust 514 gameplay. Not gonna happen. Spoke to my good man Sendzik, who you will now know is called Sneaky McDucky, thanks to his 3 strikes for using copyrighted music. If you could see me now, I'm wagging my finger in the general direction of the United States of America. Naughty boy Sendzik. So that's not happening. Apparently that game is locked down. You can't post gameplay from the open demo. Now I'm going to say demo so there's no confusion over the BETA word, because apparently you Americans say it a little bit differently than me. But yeah. So the third apology is I'm kind of sorry for not posting this series in a while. I've been really busy. However, not so much anymore, because I quit my job last week. Which kind of comes to the point of this video. Don't make idle threats. If you're gonna say something, if you're gonna threaten to do something, just do it, or you will look like a douche. So going back, oh wow, how many years am I going back? 7, yeah, I think 7 years, 2005. Finished uni. Now I've talked about this before, so I'm sorry for the few people who heard this, but I'm going to say it again quite quickly. Finished university, had a job offer in the City of London for a firm called KPMG. If you ever get an opportunity to work there, do it. They're an awesome firm to work for. And I'd probably still be there now if events hadn't kind of gone as they did. Now, tried to get my deposit back for my student accommodation, and the letting agent, who I am going to name Heritage, in Leamington Spa, didn't give me my deposit back. Was not happy. No. I'm telling you guys, I do this live. I do not have a speech impediment. I am not retarded, but clearly I'm having issues talking today. So yeah, anyway, they didn't give me my deposit back, and I walked into their offices and suggested, you know, or else kind of thing, and they were like, yeah, or else what? So I was like, okay, I'll try and take some of your clients off you. 3 months later, I've started my own student letting agency, pinched a couple of their clients, and yeah, I might have looked like a douche, but looked like less of a douche than if I'd just not done anything. So I was going pretty well. Had sort of 300 houses by the time I was 25, I guess, 25, yeah. Didn't own them, I was managing them for other people, and yeah, got divorced. Sort of lost track of life a little bit. I'd say I was a little bit depressed, and everything fell apart. Now, this is the point where one of my landlords, who I'm not going to name because he's a private kind of guy, he showed a lot of faith, and what had actually happened to the company was we were paying out rent to landlords, as we do, but we weren't collecting it from the students, which is pretty stupid, if you ask me. Company ran out of money in sort of the 6 months from when I stopped going into work, and yeah, fell over. Lots of angry landlords on my doorstep, wondering where the hell the money's at. Now this guy, he believed what I said. He went out there banging on doors in the middle of the 2010 World Cup and was like, where's my rent? You know, you haven't paid my letting agent, where is it? And eventually people confessed, they owned up, and you know, whilst some landlords didn't believe it, you know, the fact this guy had believed what I'd said, gone out and proved it was right, and then on top of that, you know, bearing in mind that my business had just gone tits up, I couldn't afford my house or my car anymore. Literally gave me one of his properties for a couple of months while I sorted myself out, and you know, he helped me to help him, and I'll always be grateful for that. Which is why when I get to the next story, I'm not going to sort of do my own thing. Now that makes no sense now, but believe me, I'll get there. So 2010, spent sort of 6 months sorting out my life, getting back in shape, going to the gym, getting access to my kid, and I'm pleased to report all things are good now. So start of 2011. What do I do with myself? I've had a business. I know how to set up a business, and I wish I'd get the bloody scoreboard off the screen. What's going on here? So yeah, so I ended up doing my own thing, doing search engine optimization and a little bit of consultancy for the local universities. Obviously, by starting up my own thing and seeing it through a fairly rapid period of growth and then ballsing it all up, I had quite a lot to share in terms of experience and knowledge with people who are starting their own businesses. Now I still do that, but earlier this year I went to do some technical work for the guy who showed faith in me many years ago, and ended up developing some systems for him. And I said, look, stop paying me, you know, for my time. Just pay me a percentage of what I'm bringing in. It's going pretty well for a while, and then we started haggling over small amounts of money. And what bugged me was that, and I'm not going to say I don't trust him, because I do. He said, well, I can change my mind at any time. I'm the boss, which fair enough, that's true, but the kind of unwritten agreement we had was that I was going to get us to a certain amount of turnover every month. I was then going to try and help him sell the business to an established or an industry leader, and then I would take a certain amount of the sale proceeds. And what bugged me was the fact that if we could haggle over small amounts of money, and we're talking like 30, 40 quid on the occasional deal, he could, you know, if I dedicated 12, 24 months of my life to building up his company, turn around and say, well, you know what, I don't want to give you, you know, the share I originally said. You know, I've changed my mind. And that, to me, was, I was like, well, if you can't, you know, if we can't agree on it, then I'm going. And he said, well, go then. So that was it. Handed back the car he'd given me. He was in the car trade. That's just kind of all I want to say on it. And walked to the train station. So that was it. I now have a little bit more free time to commentate, to play some duty, and obviously to do the things I was doing before, which is private work, private client work, search engines, a little bit of websites, a little bit of training, consultancy. So, you know, all is not lost. I was always self-employed. You know, there was never a contract there. But yeah, so don't make idle threats. That's kind of the main point of this. I've said it at the start. I'm going to say it again. If you're going to say you're going to do something, just do it. You know, otherwise just don't say it in the first place. And the other thing is, it's kind of like being loyal. You know, so this guy showed me a lot of respect when the chips were down, and returning that respect, I am not now going to go and set up the same business that I could do and compete with him. It would just be wrong. You know, he helped me when the chips are down, and you know, I'm going to repay him by not trying to screw him over. And that's pretty much that. And just brings us to the end of this video, which is me being Pretty Poo and Sendzik, or Sneaky McDucky, going ham. And I think he gets the final kill in the next 10 seconds, maybe. I'm not sure. If you were paying attention, I think this was a 3 or a 4-man clutch. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, really, who cares? Does anyone watch these videos all the way through to the end? I don't know. Leave me a comment. Let me know. I'd be interested to find out. Anyway, guys, until next time, I'll catch you later.
Nice work, squad. Get ready for the next job.